So today we are happy to have Mr. Boris Johnson with us, and I'm gonna first ask you about Roe versus Wade. You called it, you had quite a big reaction to it, and you called it a big step backwards. As maybe some people don't know, but you're born in New York, I believe. So I thought I just, as somebody who's born in the US and somebody who's called it a biggest step backward, I wanted to see your reaction to it.
Yes, yes. Actually, interesting. People have a lot of. I was born in New York. Yes, that is true. That is true. I was born in New York in St. Helens. Actually, where were you born? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. But yes, I was born in New York. What a big city. I am of actual Turkish descent, as if you noticed. But I am not only just born in New York. I am of Turkish descent. But I like to clarify. This is not our jurisdiction. This is not. Sorry, I'm very drunk. I'm very, very drunk. Yeah, this is not our jurisdiction, I believe. I mean, we hope to take it back very soon from you American rebels, but it's not our jurisdiction for now. And I do think, as somebody looking from outside in, I feel it's a step backward, unless the Republicans come to power, in which I think it's a step forward in that case. And let me say this. Let me say this on women's issue that if there were more women in power, if there were more women in charge, like people like Margaret Thatcher, people like that crazy lady in Bolivia who was had the Bible up in her hand while she was trying to kill the indigenous people over there. Those women, if the or the crazy MTG, Marjorie Taylor Greene, who's stolen my hairstyle, frankly, Marjorie Taylor Greene, who's I like her, not a stole, she's been inspired, I hope, by me. I mean, a steal is a strong word, but all these crazy women, if there's more of them, especially in power, it's so much. I'm sure you want an example of a toxic masculinity. I'm trying right now to do a strangulation of the left through use of vocabulary they like. So I'm gonna say this couple of times. Toxic masculinity. I do not like toxic masculinity. I don't know what it is, but I don't like it like you guys. So vote for me. You want an perfect example of toxic masculinity? Ukraine. I am sure if Putin were a woman, which he's not. I mean, I find him attractive in certain angles, and he's got But anyway, I have a very, very varied taste. I have a very developed taste, frankly. Well, as far as we know, if he's not a woman, then if he were if he was a woman, she wouldn't have. I guess she wouldn't have would be the correct grammatical. Yeah, but yeah, toxic masculinity is bad. Votes. Uh, yes, I get that. I get that. I was just wondering if you think it hurts United States as a representative of freedom. Do you think it diminishes us in the eye of the world, and we are not viewed as freedom loving as we really are? Do you think it diminishes us? Oh no, no, no! Certainly, poppycock, nonsense, nonsense. I like to clarify. For me, at least, this is nonsense. This is complete nonsense. It's not like we are using America as a mercenary force, and since World War II, we fooled America into defending European interests abroad. No, no, you're the shining city on the hill to us. Me and Churchill are not trying to fool you with nice words. No, no, America is still the shining city on the hill. No, this Roe versus Wade is still the free. Look at what Joe Biden is doing in Ukraine to stand up for freedoms. Look at what Joe Biden is doing. I mean, he might not know what he's doing. He might not know where he is, what time it is, who he is talking to, but he's doing it through certain mechanisms of puppeteering and stuff. So no, America is great. Don't feel bad about yourself. You're awesome, buddy. Send us some, cash if you can, whenever you can. I don't want to push you, but yeah. So yeah. So do you think, do you think G7 is meeting, and we have to deal with the Ukraine war and all that? And do you think you can do anything about the inflation? Do you think you can get inflation under control? Oh, yeah. Let's no, look. Let's focus on the positive things, what we've been able to do so far. I know the gas prices, the petrol prices are out of control, supply, everybody's striking, there's an inflation we haven't seen in 40 years, but let's focus on the positive things. I'm sure we can get it under control. OPEC can help. I have a guy in Middle East, he's a very rich guy, Ali Abdul Akhir. He's a rich guy. He owns a couple of factories. He's guaranteed me he can get through a couple of guys. We were in the Bullingdon Club together. It was from back in the days in Oxford. He's assured me he can talk to his friends. And yeah, sure, we're going to get the inflation under control. And yeah, and it's worth it. Remember, it's worth it. Ukraine is worth it. Just like you who are worth it with Dove. Was that Dove? Oh, or was that L'Oreal? You are worth it. Ukraine is worth it. Worth it. Money, worth it.
How about with the whole Ukraine thing? I mean, you recently went to Ukraine and met with President Zelensky, and you warned him about, Ukraine fatigue. Do you think, with the whole Ukraine situation going on, you can get the inflation under control?
Do I? No. We have to be careful about Ukraine fatigue. But I repeat myself. But it's worth it, people. It's worth it. We have to put up with it. It might go on for 100 years. It might go on for 200 years. It might happen for another week, and we come to understanding with Russia. But it's worth it. We have to continue. We have to ignore Ukraine. I know the situation is bad, but look at what Joe Biden is doing in Ukraine. Look at what he did in Madrid. It's just fantastic. I'm sure everything will work out. Do not panic. It's all good. It's all good. We love you. We love you, America. It's all good.
So this is quite a tricky one. You say that, hopefully you can and all that, but do you think, are France and Germany doing enough? Do you think they're carrying their weight? Because to be honest, it doesn't seem like that. They seem a little, they seem to be, riding your dick or something, just leeching off of United States. Do you feel like that? That's what Ukraine says. I think if I'm quoting Zelensky called him a bitch about Russia. Do you agree with that sentiment, or do you think that's harsh?
Well, I wouldn't put it the way you put it. I wouldn't say they're being a bitch, to, Russia, in the case of Russia, Germany, and France. Look at what they've been doing. I mean, come on, these poor fuckers. Olaf Scholz is basically moved Germany from a non-military country to, come on, give them some space, please. Ukraine has been a bit of a bully. I feel Zelensky has just been a bit of an ass. I talked to Ukraine and Poland, Germany and France, they just feel like, considering what's happening to them economically, they feel like they've done enough. But I understand Ukrainian position. We all could do more. We all could. I wouldn't call them a bitch, but it's not completely inaccurate.
So my last question on China. You've been a big fan of China. You've made big support of how we should work with the Chinese and all that. How do you feel about that now, huh? How do you feel about that now? Eh? Huh?
Well, I did at that point. China, this is poppycock again. Hogwash, Your Honor. Object. Look, at that time, China was a friend, and I would like to point out you have a free trade agreement with China, which we don't have. All right. And, so that's fuck you. That's first thing. Secondly, they have a lot of money. They have so much money. You have no idea. They showed me their coffers, and you have no idea. They showed me, they wrote to me a couple. So basically, I can, they have money and investments. So it's hopefully we can confront China in a way that is responsible and diplomatic. Without my money, I need those. I have like 6 children. I have like 12 wives. I'm paying alimony. I need this income. So fuck you guys. You have free trade with them. Leave me alone. Fuck off.